I'm straight.
Well, no trip to the Northwest would be complete without a little rain, and we've got a lot of rain falling right now at Lumen Field in downtown Seattle. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup, and we are all set to go, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
We should not be working 9 to 5.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
He the new Dontavious Wicks.
Cycle.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. You talk about this Falcon defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Let's go.
Throwing now is Lance. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
2nd down and 6 now. A first carry for Rachaad White. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
Street. Hey, check that. Street.
Here's White. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ready up. 60 average. 60 Bobcat.
Working out of the shotgun, Hooker. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive. Something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down.
Here we go. Ready to be railed?
Back to the ground. This time Cook. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. The Seahawks at 5-3 now on the year. And they come in playing some pretty decent football, 5-3 over their last 8.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Ready?
Off of play action, here's Lance. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down.
Drill green.
Here's Lance to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact caught the ball free, and it's 4th down. Ethan Evans on now to punt. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Shot, 17. Slice blue. Black ultra. Steel, black. Green jack.
And they'll go for it. Lance. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Warrior 70. Dragon 60.
Off play action. Here's Hooker. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
19 Lions. Buffalo 18.
They go play action. Here's Hooker. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Sitting in 1st place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
On 2nd down, here's Lance. And this one is incomplete. You talk about this Falcon defense.
Yeah, it's awful. I do a lot to you. That's bad. That's bad for sure.
Really strong. And remember the conversation with the defense.
Yeah, that shit bad. It's so broke. Because look, if I hit you with a nigga that ain't got a star, you're not going to drop it. Even if I hit you right on time, way better.
We'll see if they can get to him. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Seahawks nothing. Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. The no run back here, fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. 21-0 our score after one.
Falcons 21, Seahawks nothing.
Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Let's go.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Get it.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Hooker now off play action. He's got his man on the crossing route. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
60. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Panther 11. Panther 11. Mustang 19.
Throwing. Hooker. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Ready.
2nd and 10.
Panther Street. Panther Street.
Quick throw by Hooker, complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it is 28-0.
Seahawks nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Ready.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Claws 10. Fury. Yellow.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Well, that is interception number 4 for him, Charles. 4 here in the first half alone, and they're already trailing by 4 possessions.
Makes me wonder, partner, do they just not have any confidence at all in the backup, or do they just have that much confidence in him? Able to throw 4 picks already, they're certainly hoping that he can turn things around and quickly.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw and he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
Here we go, start.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Come 19, come 19.
Here's Hooker to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
Let's go now. Five in. 19 tight. 19 tight. Go.
Here's Hooker. That is caught by Lamb. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
And the Falcons first down.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Hooker to throw on 1st and 10. He's got White here. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. Gets him down to the 6-yard line.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They go right back to White here on 1st down. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Hurt.
Now receiver in motion left. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons have taken a 5-touchdown lead. McLaughlin for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Seahawks nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
They'll give to Cook on the read option. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
3rd and 2.
On the double.
From the gun, it's Lance. Eluding the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 4th down pass interference call.
And everyone works hard on 3rd down. That's usually the money down. Get off the field. It intensifies when it's a 4th down. You think you've got it done. You think you've completed the play. Instead, you see a flag. Pass interference gives them a new set of downs.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Yeah, that's crazy, Mike.
He thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window.
No, I'm talking on the stream, fam.
Got it.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Claws red. Smash red. Go red.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Lance and company going on 4th down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Ready.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Hooker on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long.
Nah, I'm glad he dropped the pick.
Run and try and get some yardage and make it
sure.
3rd manageable, or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Hooker. Looking left sideline. It's complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Come on, come on.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And quickly to the outside, that's caught by Lamb. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Here we go, here we go.
They give to White on the option. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Rashad White, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. 2-0.
Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready, set.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Multiple defenders in there to bring him down as this quarter comes to an end. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Tyler Scott now from his end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Okay,
The Atlanta
ready.
offense out there for their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Room past the 35. There he goes again. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Hooker. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. With touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Falcons just continue to roll. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Seahawks nothing. Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
6 yards to go.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Lance. his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense. And they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
That one goes for 24 yards.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. White will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The Seahawks send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Scott to return it. A good return there, 17 yards. And it will be Falcon football.
32-yard line.
Here we go, start.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Well, we sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Go.
Hooker's going to throw it. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
79 Broncos. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Hooker to the air yet again. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 24-yard line. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Warrior 70.
On 1st and 10, Hooker. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
2nd and 10, Hooker back to the air. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Bobby Wagner, multiple times an All-Pro, in there to drop him for a loss.
19 Lions.
3rd and long.
Buffalo 18.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Got it. Ready?
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
Ranger, 70 Ranger. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Seahawks are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Hooker's pass intercepted.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks start to finish. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Setting up the screen for Cook. He's across midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defense.
Hurry back to the line now. On first down, Lance. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 3rd and long, it's Lance. And that will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
A 58-yard attempt.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Cade York to kick off.
New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone.
They're on the 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. The slot man in motion right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw him coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
The Falcons send out their punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Let's go now.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. On play action, Lance. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. DeForest Buckner drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, the return is Scott. Busts through the tackle. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. And this has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game was decided a long time ago.
That one good for 26 and a first down. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
Mustang 19. 79 Broncos. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Now Hooker. That is caught by Lamb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Atlanta, they run their mark to 6-2 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.